Good smile. I love your smile. Hey everybody, it's the boy Cool with the Beast for the East, and it is Tuesday. Today is March the 18th, and yesterday was St. Patty's Day. You didn't have on your green. It used to pinch you, you know that? I didn't have on any green at all, but I didn't do any drinking at all. I didn't do any that club hauling, whatever that is, pub crawling, none of that at all. But we're glad to have you here with us today. We'd like to welcome you to another edition of Let's Talk Tuesday. And it's my girl and her. Everybody always asks me if you are, an AK. And I said, yeah, she's a literal, AK. Yeah, she's a literal AK.
I'm just gonna AKA.
See? That's it. I'm like, and they see that it's like AK. They don't never think about the other A. So
every time someone comes in here, they say, "I just like the colors."
I mean, well, you wearing well. I mean, you wearing your pink tonight. You look real springish.
Anyway,
I'll have another word.
Let's Talk Tuesday, y'all.
I'm talking about your fashion. You look.
Welcome to Let's Talk Tuesday. We're so glad that you have tuned in with us.
I gotta get my joke in. You look Easterish.
Shit, you make it up.
Don't we always make those?
Yes.
I'd like to welcome you. And before we get started, we always like to pay our bills. I've been hearing all these interesting commercials where people are talking about they're the largest personal injury law firm around. And I say this, large is not always best, because when you get too large, everything becomes like you're just herding cattle in, and it becomes just, again, it's not customized, it's not personal. And when you talk about personal injury, it needs to be personal, because every injury is not the same. Every case is not the same. And so you want a law firm that's going to take a look at your case, look at the merits of your case, and tell you the truth about your case, and not tell you that you can get a settlement and it's going to be seven figures and all that. Those cases are not always the norm. So call an attorney where you know the information is going to be reliable, they're relentless, and they have a great reputation. Who is that? That's the G Law Firm. You can give them a call at 804-226-4111. If you need a free consultation, you can also go to the website, glawfirm.com, and find out all the information and make an appointment before you talk to the insurance adjusters or the insurance attorneys. Make sure that your personal injuries are being taken care of the way that you want somebody to take care of your mom. That's what they do. They take care of you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
we're up in this camp.
We are here with a great topic.
Yeah.
Great topic tonight that you put out there.
Yeah,
interesting, right?
Why do people stay in dead end situations, relationships, marriages? Part 2. We got to touch on just a tad bit, but I got a little bit more information. We know a couple of things that they talk about. It's always the kids, or it's always some type of finances, and then we touched a little bit on the guilt part. And even though I couldn't get these guys to call in, some of them are in situations, because of another reason that we didn't think about is religion. A lot of people that are, spiritual stay in these marriages because of the church. Did you know that?
I can believe that. That still makes no sense to me. Because if you have no peace in your house, when you got half-ass peace in the house, and you still, somebody got to go. Nobody's going to want to live. I mean, especially in this day and age now. And some people like to live in chaos. If you like to live in chaos, then stay in your chaos.
Why would anybody want to stay in chaos?
If they're still there after many, many years, and your house is tore up, and you're still there, why are you still there? So obviously you love the chaos.
Well, now, maybe they do, maybe they don't.
Well, why they ask still in?
Again, because they feel that we're obligated and obligated in a lot of different manners.
Obligated meaning.
Obligated meaning that I got to stay here because I don't want to cause any more hardship, disruption, or I am uncertain about my next venture. Meaning that, oh, there's fear. It's kind of like, what's that saying? A bird in the hand is worth more than two in the bush.
So, in other words, you know the house is chaotic. What plan do you have? So if I'm out in a house and I know I want out and financially I can't make a move right now, you're gonna be best believe I'm gonna try to put everything in place to start making a move. I have to put a plan in place to get out of here because I'm not gonna stay in a house that's not peaceful. I'm not gonna do it. I don't care if he's a breadwinner or not, and I'm broke as hell.
So what you're saying is, well, do you give it a time frame? Then you say you're not gonna stay there, but as you just indicated, that person is the breadwinner. So
right, but once I realize, Angie, you got to go. You got to go. What's your plan? Because you can't constantly stay in this type relationship this way. Then you have to put a plan in place. Well, I had to go get my ass another job. Where I'm working remote from home and I'm going in the street work, whatever the case may be. When I say street, I mean I'm going to a job. When I say street,
hey, I was gonna say that.
You know, and I'm just saying I'm gonna have to have a plan in place.
Right.
Where am I going? And I can start looking. What can I afford? Make a plan. Start looking. You gotta have a plan unless you want to stay in the chaos.
But some people are afraid. Remember,
Afraid of what?
They're afraid of that if they get out there by themselves. You've been in a relationship, say a marriage 20 years, and your marriage is coming, on the rocks. And suppose this is your first time with this person, and you really hadn't been out on your own since you moved out your mom's house. Some people feel that that's intimidating. What do you say to those people that are holding on and afraid to move out because don't know what that moving out is going to entail, how it's going to work out for them? Come on, boss.
Repeat all of that.
I said some people are afraid of what they cannot fathom in their head. Some people can't see themselves outside of their 20-year relationship.
I don't know why. Then say your ass in the chaos. Is what I'm saying. And keep your mouth shut and stop complaining to your girlfriends. So get your ass off the phone. Stop doing all of this craziness that you do. If that's where you want to stay.
Well, okay. I got to play a little bit of a hard butt here. I mean, again, we're talking about 20 years with somebody. You
I
comfortable
don't care
with
if
that
it was
person.
50 years with somebody. I'm not going to stay in a house of no peace.
Okay. So what is no peace? I mean, suppose you all are, again, you got your wing, he got his wing.
So that's how I'm supposed to leave.
I'm not saying
So I'm married to somebody that I'm really married to my roommate. Not my husband, but my roommate.
That's basically what it sounds like.
I don't need a damn roommate. I don't need a roommate. Somebody got to go. Somebody got to go.
Look, Angie, I mean, he could come and say, look, I tell you what, we've been together 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
All our friends, they think we got a good relationship.
No, they don't. No, they don't. It's nobody's going to say that. Because daggone well, your friends already know your house is tore up.
Well, how would they know? Unless one of y'all out there talking. One of y'all talking too much.
You don't have to say nothing. The action is, I can tell when I'm out with folks and I'm out with married couples. I may not know if their house is tore up, but I can tell when something is definitely wrong. Definitely wrong.
Y'all get people comment already. Listen, we got to go to talk about Miss Cheryl Bradford said, "Hey, what do you do when you want I'm sorry, Dylan and Marina. What do you do when you want from Japan?" She's in, and we'll spell this NARIT. So I guess she's saying if she's overseas and she's stuck in a situation, how does she get out of that, and get back, I guess, to the States?
I would call everybody I know.
So you go.
Somebody's gonna have to get me home.
So you're
Somebody's
gonna
gonna have to get me home. I'll be me. I'll be calling everybody I know. I've got to get home.
so you gonna say even if we had to do a GoFundMe,
I'm not doing a GoFundMe. I'm not gonna have to do a GoFundMe.
or you gonna call?
I can call some folks to go make sure my ass get home.
Okay.
Everybody may not be in that situation, but they can call somebody
Right.
that they can, But I know for a fact, I know somebody not gonna leave me somewhere in a situation. I
So,
won't be left alone.
Cheryl, are you classifying where you are right now as dead end because of relationship, marriage, or is that something else? Love for you to elaborate on that. Miss Cherry saying, "How did you get the bag?" Tell me how you get the bag.
Leave that one alone. I know what she's talking about. She all on the wrong subject right there.
Oh, okay, all right then. Miss Tish says, "Street, hey, make that money and don't let it make you." I guess you talking about your comment about going to the street.
No, well, when I say street, I mean I'm going to a job.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to
Well,
a
some people
job.
consider that a job.
No, I'm not doing that.
Well, you
Okay.
say you getting the plan.
That's not in the damn plan. I'm talking about I have a regular job, and if I have to get another job, then that's what's going to happen. You got to have a plan when you're trying to exit.
Okay. So y'all be plotting and scheming.
I already know that I don't want to be in this marriage,
Okay.
whether you want me to stay or not. But I already know I've got to go. And
All
if you're the breadwinner, and I know I can't just make it on my own, like I know I can't afford an apartment right now, I've got to do something.
Mhm.
Oh, I got to start with a plan. Yeah, that's just being smart.
Well, see, here go. I told you before when we started this that if we're Catholic, you can't go nowhere.
Well, that's not the case. You know what you're talking about.
I'm just saying there are a lot of Catholic people out
Then you
there.
stay in the chaos.
Come on now.
Then stay in the
That's the Catholic. That's the
chaos. Okay, then stay your asses in the chaos. Is what I'm saying.
So what about counseling? At what point do you go to counseling? Do you think, in your opinion, should you go to counseling?
There probably are some couples that I'm not going to say counseling will not help.
Mm-hmm.
But when I make my mind up, I'm not going to no counseling. Okay. I want out. When I made my mind up, and that's Black women, when we make our mind up, counseling and nothing else is going to do anything when we say we want out. Now, if we got, a little eyebrow raised, like, maybe I should go to counseling.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this, I'm overreacting. Maybe I'm doing too much. Maybe we can save this marriage. But you know from your partner whether or not he wants this marriage saved.
Okay.
You're going to know.
So you singing the R. Kelly song.
What's that?
When a woman's mind
Fed
made
up?
up.
When they fed up?
Yeah, when they fed up, when the mind made up, all
We're
that.
done.
Okay.
We're done.
It's done.
But there are a lot of women that stay because they feel like they're stuck.
True.
And they just put up and deal with the arguments and the petty. Even if you go a day and you're not arguing, and you go, and even if it's 1 or 2 arguments a week, who wants to do that with someone that claims or say that they love them? Nobody. Who's going to go through that kind of chaos throughout the week? There ain't no perfect marriage. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
It's not and nobody has a perfect marriage, but I'd be damn if I'm gonna argue with your ass every week
So again,
about anything.
What constitutes an argument? Because sometimes you all be nagging and say, that's nagging and not arguing. So is
You're
that
doing too much too right now.
no? I'm just trying to say, because that's our thing, is that we see the
That we
nagging as an argument. Is it that you
Well,
all
we
are
fighting
thinking?
back and forth. What the hell you call that?
It should be no biting back and forth. You all should just kindly listen
Mm-hmm.
and weigh out the pros and cons of what's being said,
Mm-hmm.
and then adapt to that. Point blank period.
In other words, we just gonna be submissive and just say, "Okay, y'all, you're right."
And,
I'll just shut my mouth up.
so what
Is that
is
what you're saying?
what is so wrong? Why y'all make that word so dirty?
What?
Submissive. It's not
nothing,
a dirty word.
It's nothing really wrong with being submissive to a certain extent to me.
Okay.
But some of you brothers use that submissive, and it's like now it's called controlling, because you think that when you say something, these women supposed to jump and you got something to do. Becky will jump in a minute. Okay?
Yeah,
Pretty much will do whatever, whenever, however, what you say, when. And there's a lot of us that's just not going to do all of that.
Becky and Karen will do it.
Exactly.
You know,
Well, y'all go get you some Becky's and Karen.
but we don't want Becky's and Karens.
Well, why not?
We want
You- if
our
you want what you
ebony
want.
queens to make our kingdoms peaceful.
And I
happy.
agree with that.
Okay.
I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, every time you say something, I'm not going to jump. I know some guys that when they ask you to do something, they expect you to move right then and there.
Well, the flip side of that, when you all ask us to do something, you expect for us to move.
Not
right
all
there.
the time. I may say, "Babe, can you take trash out before you leave today?"
Okay.
That doesn't mean I want you to do it right now.
That's a
What I'm
concession.
saying is, if he comes in and says, "You can take trash on your way out the door," I'm not going out the door right now. Well, why not? So why am I taking trash out anyway?
Oh, let's see. Why does Roy get vacuum? How about that? He come home and worked hard. You've been there. You've been off 4 hours. And ain't nothing in the kitchen cooking at all. So why can't he come in and say,
Well,
"Hey,
I can't say nothing to that.
Oh,
So my defense,
okay,
I did not cook.
all right,
Okay, during my marriage,
Well,
once on a freaking blue moon, and it may have been breakfast. Okay, I
okay."
can handle that.
You can have breath.
But his ass is Mr. Meal either, and he did not complain. That's one thing I can say about dude. He did not complain.
What about the laundry?
I did the laundry.
Okay. Well, you see,
I did the laundry.
you've
But
been.
I need that room. Well, I did laundry.
Well, then and that's the key
But
is,
then nobody had to ask me to do the laundry.
and you're right, and there you go. That's a valid point. There's just certain things in a marriage that you should not have to ask.
No,
Just
ask me to
like
do laundry.
like for again, an example for a man. If your car, EC the tire bald, you shouldn't have to ask him, "Hey, my tire's bald."
Yeah.
Check.
You're right.
Change that.
But there's a lot of us women that do.
Well, and that's sad. It really
It
is.
is.
I'm not gonna sit up here in
If you
front
got
tonight.
that type dude, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, certain things that we see, we should not have to be asked to do certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what we get into where you said the
Mhm.
chaos, the
Mhm.
arguments, because we're not necessarily, I won't say playing our roles, but we have a responsibility in marriages. And a lot of times we're not living up to our responsibility. And that's what causes chaos.
It could cause some chaos. Yes.
A lot of times it does cause chaos, especially with you all. When you all want us to do something, it was like yesterday, most times.
I didn't do that in my house
Mhm.
because everybody has things to do. Everybody has their own priorities. Everybody has their job. People had other things to do. We both had other stuff going on.
Mhm.
So sometimes you can't just stop and do something when somebody say it. So I get that part. I get it.
Right.
I just need it done.
I
Not 2-3 days later. I just need it done.
I'm with you on that one either, because when I ask
That's
them, it's all fair game, and this is where we have to talk about equality. Is that what you want, you also have to give. If you want spontaneousness, you have to give it. If you want kindness, you have to give it. If you want peace, you have to give peace. And that's why some of y'all miss the boat. Because y'all come in the house on 10. And sometimes come in the house on 1,000.
So if we do, what did that mean?
That means,
What kind of day did we have? Did you ask?
well, and you don't give us some, not all y'all. Some don't even give a chance because you come in there with attitude, face all tore up and everything. Be like, guess I better not say nothing to her because we're going to start an argument.
Well, you tried not to bring work home
True.
where you coming in and you all tore up because that had nothing to do with you.
Right.
And I shouldn't be bringing that crap to my husband. But when I get in there, I'm like, babe, look, let me tell you what this Friday just happened at work. You know what I'm saying? Let me just tell you what just happened. So,
And guys, when the ladies come in there and they're talking to us, we got a bad habit sometimes of especially with sports on, and we sitting there watching sports and we go, and she could have said, "This dude slapped me," and you saying, So
we know you're not listening.
Yeah.
We already know.
and that's not fair because again, that's why in a lot of marriages people shut down because their partner isn't really listening, to what they're saying. And I think that's sad. You have to listen. Both sides have to listen
Mhm.
to each other.
Communication is huge in relationship, whether you're married or not. Communication is huge.
Yeah, and that's what started that exit, or what I call the exodus.
Mhm.
When the communications part starts to break down, then you find each other starting to check out. Then sooner or later, check out mentally, and then again, at some point, you stuck in what we were talking about in the opening part of this conversation, in a dead end situation.
Mhm.
A dead end situation. And I think a lot of times honesty is missing because you are unhappy and you won't say what's causing that unhappiness.
Right. Right.
Yeah, you know,
And you need to say it.
yeah,
Whether whoever feelings is hurt, but it needs to be said.
right,
And sometimes just the way you say stuff when
true.
you're talking to your man or you're talking to your woman.
Yeah,
It really is.
you're right about that because you come out the left side of your
If
neck.
you come out on 10, you're right. He's
Yeah.
going to take it that way and vice versa, actually.
Right. So I think again, I say pre-counseling for me is vitally important. We talked about when should you get counseling. You definitely have to have some pre-counseling. And men, we're bad with that because we don't want other men telling us what to do.
Mhm.
And that's the biggest flaw that you can have because if somebody's been there, done that, you have to learn teaching from somewhere, you know. So we got to get off this macho thing about nobody can tell us what to do and start understanding that um, if we want a successful relationship, a successful marriage, there's some give and take.
Yeah, it is.
There's compromise.
It is.
Yep. Yeah.
I went through the little pre-marriage counseling before I got married, and they do nothing. I'm just saying, they did nothing. I had a whole hour. I'm not gonna call the minister's name who did the counseling. I had a whole hour, and he said to us, "Oh, well, y'all know each other." I go, "Okay." We next thing I know, 2 months later, we get married. So I'm like, interesting.
1 hour counseling.
1 hour cancel. We talked about that all the way home, and I was like, what was this? And he in a book, he reading questions out of a book.
Let's see. We that Miss Harris said men want to be catered to more than women. It's a 50-50, not a 60-40.
Where if everybody brings 100 to the table, that's even better.
Okay. I thought you were going to say that.
Mm-hmm.
And people do. They use the 50-50 rule when it should be my 100, your 100, and put us at 200. We can do some things.
Exactly. Yeah. Everybody bring all they have to the table.
No.
And not half of what they have to the table.
Well, y'all be holding back a little. Y'all have anyway.
Why we gotta be holding back?
Because y'all be talking about, I got mama told me keep me a little stash, so if he don't act right, I can move. Yeah, so y'all be on some stuff
Let
with
me tell you
that.
something. We all gonna listen to our mama. You can hang that all the way the hell up.
But mama could be wrong.
My mama had a hattie hole. She had and she holding some money. I'm telling you there. She was like, you keep your hattie hole money at all times.
That's not being fair to the marriage. That means you all are holding out.
No.
We don't hold out our money.
No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. Because okay.
Okay. Yeah, break this one down.
All right, let's talk about marriage, being married. Okay. I don't care about married or you live in the same house.
All right.
Because it's going to be our money together in this joint, your money and my money.
Okay.
But what I do with my money is really none of your business.
That's some BS.
That's not any BS. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. I don't care as long as we're not in that joint account doing stupid stuff with our money.
Oh, so you saying that there's a joint account and then everybody.
That's the first thing I said.
Okay.
There's a joint account with our money. I know exactly. Your head's gonna listen. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna drink to that. That's what I'm talking about. You're not listening.
Well, all right. So we got the joint account. You got your funds, and I have my account. I got my funds. Okay. So you saying.
And nobody's dipping in the joint account.
Okay.
No such thing.
But if I see you frivolously spending, you mean to tell me that I should not say, hey, do you think that was an economical investment.
You can say that all you want, but if I'm spending my money out on my account, why would you say anything to me? I'm not in your account. I haven't asked you for anything, and I have not dipped in the joint account. So why do you care what's going on in my account?
Because then we can start to take a little bit more out of our personal accounts and build toward our personal wealth.
That's where our joint stuff is.
Now,
So you got your
the
joint savings.
stuff is
No, the bills and your savings. You got it.
okay.
As a
Well,
joint, you
see,
have to have that savings.
all right. So now you break it
Yeah,
down and help
yeah,
these
yeah.
people.
When I say joint,
Some of these people don't have. They just think they gotta have
when I
their
say no,
one
you
checking
just can't
account.
have that joint bills.
Right.
But you gotta have that bills, and then you have to have your nest egg somewhere.
Okay. All right. And that's what we trying to help somebody because somebody gonna get in trouble just trying to have that one
Yeah,
account.
you gotta have those joint accounts together, and nobody's dipping in them, and no one goes in them without permission. You gotta tell one or the other what you're doing. Not necessarily permission, but you gotta tell one of them what you're doing before you do it.
Yeah, I agree with you. Right. You're absolutely right. There should be just like any corporation, anything. You come together, you have a budget meeting, and then you talk about expenditures. And this is again, I know people don't like to hear this, but marriage is like a business because you're trying to grow. And so you want to make sure that you're not doing anything detrimental to that growth.
Yeah.
And so if you set a budget, you all come and talk about, what we're going to spend, how we're going to spend it, when we're going to spend it. Those things are crucial because they go back to what we talked about before. Non-communication is one of the biggest indicators, other than fidelity, to marriages being, torn apart. You know, man, I don't know how many times I've talked to people, counseled people that they don't even know why they're not talking to each other.
Right.
Y'all didn't communicate. That's
Right.
That's the first problem.
Right.
First problem. Hey, what's going on, Miss Risa? Up in the house here. What else you got going on there, mate? Because y'all, I love y'all, but
Hey,
I mean, I honestly, you said have a Karen or a Becky, and no shade on anybody. I don't want a Karen or a Becky. I love my queens, because again, when it comes to being supportive, queens, sister queens are extremely supportive, and sometimes so supportive to it's a fault for some of you all.
there's nothing wrong with being submissive to a certain extent. Let me make sure I'm clear with that.
Okay.
So, it's, for instance, if we're watching a movie and I happen to get up because I want to go to the kitchen and get whatever, and you say, "Babe, can you bring me so and so?" Absolutely.
Right.
That's just respect in itself to me. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Okay. Oh,
if there is no,
but
but there's times I feel like I'm gonna say this for instance. I'm dating a guy and I'm driving.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get the picture? I may have, but I'm not gonna look at it right now. Well, why not? I'm driving.
Well,
First of all, your ass gonna have to wait. And he was like, "Yeah, that's why you just want to do what you want to do when you want to do it." Well, you're damn skippy for my safety. You're absolutely correct, sir. You're absolutely correct.
I think you were just playing with. I just know this person could not literally want you to take your eyes off the road.
Come on, you got a stop sign yet? You're at a stoplight yet? I don't care if I'm at a damn stoplight yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm in my car. I'll look at that damn picture whenever later.
I can't come to the defense on that
You can't
one.
come to the defense on that.
Yep, I tried.
No.
I was going to try to go deep, but
Yeah.
it was nothing. There's some things, and at times we do get petty. We can be petty and picky.
And that's where, to me, the submissive. What's the word?
Submissive.
That part.
Okay.
That word gets to be controlling to me, because it
Okay.
can now turn into controlling to me, and you ain't controlling nothing about me. It's just not even gonna happen.
And that's good.
Trying to
point.
work with your ass, but you're not gonna come over here and try to control me like I'm supposed to jump and move when you want me to jump and move. It's not happening.
Can I do etymology right now?
Sure.
All right, etymology. Y'all hear me talk about this more because somebody asked me to do the etymology of prayer, and we'll talk about that coming here. But the word submissiveness in the spiritual sense
Mm-hmm.
means willing to give oneself.
Mm,
It doesn't mean that's automatic
mm,
because if I say, okay, I need you to come in here and go with me to rob this bank, you my wife, and I said, I want you to be submissive. Well, that's that is again breaking all kind of laws, spiritual laws, and carnal laws. So there, that submissiveness has to be where, again, you want to do what I asked you to do, and the reverse of that, I am willing to do what you asked me to do. It is not a mandate, and that's where we have gotten off point is
mm,
making a mandate when it's not. Um, Again, God made us free moral agents, and He doesn't make us do anything. So how do we feel that we can circumvent His authority and make somebody else do something?
mm.
Those are lessons that we have to learn early on because we always think that you can change a man or you can change a woman. No, that change has to be on their own. It's just like a crack addict or an
Mhm.
alcoholic person. We might want them to change. We want to make say you ain't being submissive because you ain't doing this. But that person got to have the will and the want to change. You think I was going to do that tonight? Stop. Back to the shenanigans.
That's
No, no,
that's all the people in the back.
yeah, true that, true
So,
that. So fellas, please understand. Don't be talking about running up here telling the preacher she ain't being submissive. Because if the preacher's worth his salt, then he gonna tell you break that down. About being submissive. It is
mm,
a willingness.
mm,
To
mm,
do what that, and that willingness comes from the root of being in love. Well, I won't say in love, loving that person.
right. Which doesn't mean I'm supposed to move and jump right then and there.
No,
Not that it's not going to get done.
right.
It's just not going to get done right then and there.
Absolutely. And, with all the fun and games being aside, because we're going to help somebody tonight, because some people are going through, they got, they're up in a pretense because their husband said, move that fork. And he's sitting right there. You got to jump and move that fork. No, that's not what that means. We're taking stuff out of context. And guys got to understand that too, man. We putting people back in mental, emotional prison when we do stuff like that. So be careful what you do because
Yeah.
we're pushing our ladies into depression. We're pushing them into the arms of another man or a woman. In this day and age, you have to say both.
Mhm.
So we got to be careful with that. And then we want to go around and blame the other person because the relationship is jacked up. What did we do to facilitate that? Y'all can call
Mm,
in. Somebody
mm.
said, "Well, know what's in your cup."
Who said that?
And Richard want to know what's.
Richard, is that Richard Smith?
I believe so.
Uh huh.
You know.
Yeah, because that sounds like something he would say. That's my little cousin.
I should look good. What's up, little cuz? How y'all doing? Let's see. Lucretia said, "Facts. That's exactly what it is. It turns into." I have to go back up here. Y'all keep commenting. We want to hear from you all. Let me ask you all a question, and you all please come in. Um, what would be something that was absolute that would make you stay in a dead end relationship? We want to hear from you. You all can call in too.
They ain't
804.
telling their business.
You can make
They
yourself
ain't nobody
anonymous.
here talking about why they in their dead end relationship.
We ain't gonna ask
It
them.
may not be dead into them, but they know they're in a tore ass relationship though.
Well, then we change the word. How many of y'all in a tort relationship? We won't call your name. You can be very quiet and anonymous when you call in. We would say, "Hey, caller," and you can disguise your voice. The number's going across the screen: 804-767-0941.
Well, some people that's married probably never should have married who they married,
Ooh, true.
and stuff just didn't work out for them, and it's time to come out It's no use staying in. And that's staying in for the kids. Y'all can hang that all the way up. I just don't believe that that's nothing to me but an excuse.
Well, probably about 80% of the people that are going through tough relationships that have children say that they're waiting for, their children to become 18, and so that
Mhm.
um, they can deal with it better.
Mhm.
You know, uh,
You're right. I mean, I talked to a young lady and she was waiting for her two kids to come out of high school. One was already in the 12th, one was getting ready to go to the, so she had another whole year to wait.
right.
And that's what she did. And as soon as that last child came out, she filed for divorce.
How was she
Then
mentally or emotionally going through that
just
waiting
tore
out a
up,
year? Was she?
just tore up because she was still hearing all kind of stuff about her husband in these streets.
Mhm.
But I just don't understand why that was. I gotta wait for my kids to graduate. I'm not waiting for nothing for my peace of mind. I'm not.
Was that perhaps tied into financial obligations that he was taking care, helping her take
Well,
care of kids?
the husband that she was married to was the breadwinner, but she won't slacken for nothing.
Okay,
And he's the type guy to gonna make sure that she was gonna be okay because of it.
got it. So
I would have been gone.
you think that's why he was out there doing what he was going to do because he knew that she wasn't going anywhere. Because
Well,
some
he
people,
thought
some men,
she won't go nowhere.
well,
Yeah.
some people are under the impression that, oh yeah, I can go out here and do what I want because, uh, she's obligated to me, or she knows that, like you said, what side her bread is buttered on.
Mhm.
You know, so yeah, I'm gonna go
Mhm.
out here and I'm gonna sleep around and I'm gonna do it openly because you need me. You can't do nothing without me.
He didn't do it open, but he was a dumb cheat.
Oh, and then a dumb cheater. Oh, let's see.
Mm.
The answer to that question is when a woman is fed up.
Mhm. Like I said earlier, we done. We done.
Okay.
Becky's gonna hang out.
Well, that's interesting because a lot of times we're not as quick to throw y'all in the trash as y'all are to throw us in the trash.
Well,
Yeah.
but you out doing what you're doing. Bro. You still out doing what you're doing.
But at least we ain't throw you away.
But you're out doing what you're doing, and you think that's okay.
Again, we're not
And
throwing
we know this.
we not throwing you away.
Well, you might as well. Why are
Yeah.
you hanging in? You leave. What about
I ain't leaving.
that? Why?
It's about freaking house.
Is it your house? Is it our house?
Well, that depends on how much money you bring to the table. I mean, seriously. Okay, we both have invested, 25 years in this house. Why should I go anywhere? Ladies, I hear y'all quiet.
Well, why are you hanging in there when you're just as unhappy? So what is it? What? Why are you still there?
Because I'm comfortable.
How are you comfortable with the chaos?
It ain't no chaos
Like
in me
like
because
you said, we nag it.
well, for at least 4 hours, 5 hours, I'm somewhere in peace. And then I come home, deal with that, and hopefully by the time I get home, your butt sleep.
It's probably not gonna happen.
you know,
Well, we're probably not asleep. We're probably not asleep, and we're coming in, and you something you haven't done, and because I'm not gonna ask you where you've been.
and good. That's one less argument right there. Just
When
go
I'm done,
ahead.
I'm not gonna care what you're doing or where you at or what. Nothing. I'm not gonna ask you nothing. I don't care if you bring your ass in that house 2, 3 in the morning. I'm not gonna ask you absolutely nothing.
And some guys will love that.
Oh, and you should.
They will absolutely love
But I
that.
just sent you a message to your ass that I don't give a rat's ass what you do because I don't want you.
Okay.
But there are some women who don't want the person that's in their house.
Right.
Don't want nobody else to have them either. Don't want them doing nothing, but the whole house is tore up and she knows it, or he knows it,
Right.
and it could be the opposite other way around.
And right, and that's why some people will stay in that relationship
Mhm.
because they feel that they can make your life miserable by staying with you. And 9 times out of 10, they do.
Yeah.
It's like
That's a lot of effort to try to make somebody's life miserable. So you have a lot of time on your hands to do that,
Yeah.
to even want to do that in a marriage or a relationship.
Because people on this get back stuff now is that okay, you making my life hell, and so I'm not
Mhm.
going anywhere because if I let you out of this or I leave this, you going to be happy, whatever. I don't want you to be happy. I don't want you to move on. I want you to suffer because I'm suffering. You know what they're saying? Misery, love, company.
Well, I'm not suffering because my mind at this point is already made up. So don't ask me what I'm doing. Don't ask me where I'm going. Don't nothing. And I mean nothing. If
Well,
I'm done with you and I know I'm done, I'm just buying my time.
mm,
And we've already talked about this, especially if we talked about this,
right.
that I'm done. Are you done? I'm gonna need you to be done too. Right?
You are an anomaly in that form because again, some women will stay in a relationship just to make sure that guy is not happy. And the guy should be
Mhm.
saying, well, the hell with this because I'm not going to stay here and let you make me miserable. We're going to find some type of amicable relationship. If it's not amicable, we let the courts decide. But I'm not going to, be around here stressing, losing weight, can't go to work and
Right.
perform my job and all that because, we can't seem to uh, part ways, you know.
So who's stressing and losing weight?
Well, whoever is perhaps wants to get out the relationship, but feel that there's some type of anchor around their legs that's keeping them.
Keeping them there.
Yeah, yeah. So if you feel that you are being held captive, whether it's mentally, emotionally, and sometimes physically, some people, and I, would say, well, if you leave me, you know, ain't no telling what I'm gonna do to you. That's mentally. Now you talk
Yeah,
about
you're right.
physically. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I'm gonna take that shit serious.
Yeah,
Go ahead and drag me if you want to.
yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that serious.
And I hate this situation where we don't take people seriously and say if they say they're gonna hurt you. 9 times out of 10, they haven't thought about it a couple
Thought
times how
about it.
they can do that. And it's best to get out of that relationship
Yeah.
because and a lot of times we see it too often now, where the guy says, "Look, you keep on, I'm gonna kill you." Unfortunately, maybe the lady or whatever doesn't take it seriously, and it happens. That person
Mhm.
snaps. So you're right. It's got to be a cutoff period, you know. And going back to what I said about the Catholics, I'm not down in anybody's relationship, but I believe I serve a God that would not want you to stay in an abusive
Right.
relationship.
Right.
I couldn't even preach that and honestly tell somebody he beating the crap out of you. No, well, yeah, God hates divorce. He
Mhm.
said that. He hated it because in the Old Testament, these guys were just marrying women, and then for no reason whatsoever,
Mhm.
they would just put them away, what they call put them away there. And so he hated that. She made then turn the paper around. All right, I'm gonna divorce you and get another wife, and they were doing that consistently. So God said, look, the only reason you have to divorce a person is adultery. And now the key is, we get a little deeper, is the fact that adultery in the New Testament did not always mean physical. It can mean mentally, flirtation. I mean, flirting, the whole 9 yards. And so, because everything in the Old Testament had to be physical, they had to physically cheat, they had to physically dog their woman, but all that, again, up in the New Testament, it don't have to be physical
Mhm.
anymore. So there was some freedom of being released from bondage, mentally, emotionally, and sexually.
Okay.
Yep. So,
Hmm.
yeah, y'all made me go there tonight. But so AK, what I do get a little disgusted with, I hear so many people taking the word of God and making people put them in shackles,
Mm.
and that is just a horrible thing to do. So if you're in an abusive relationship, um, even it talks about it in the book of Corinth that you can leave that person. You don't necessarily have to. file for divorce, then you can leave and see if there's a possibility of reconciliation. And if there's no reconciliation, you gotta do what you gotta do, and just ask God for some forgiveness. Because
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, but you know the situation,
If I leave, most likely I'm not coming back.
right?
I'm
And
not
then
coming back.
they're talking about if you married to you sister sister night, you tied, giving all you doing everything you're supposed to be doing, and your mate is what they call an unbeliever, then you don't have to stay in bondage to that unbeliever, especially if the unbeliever don't want to stay with you. That's what it says. If the unbeliever want to go, let him go.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, a lot of you all again are in relationships that you don't have to be in. That
I
would
don't
be
want to be there.
don't want to
Hanging
be.
in there,
Right.
whatever the reason they do.
Exactly. Hey,
And I can understand sometimes it may take a little time,
right.
to get yourself together before you can just walk. And I'm not saying, you walk right away, but at some point you gotta roll. You gotta
Right.
roll out at some point. Unless you just, like I said, you want to live in the chaos.
Right.
But why would you want to stay year after year after year and your house is just torn up?
Can I do a little segue here because this is, I guess, one of the fears that keep people in relationship is we kind of touched on it, but we touched on a different angle. Some people don't want to see you with somebody else.
Some people don't want to see you with somebody else.
Right. You get out, and let me break that down a little bit. How long is it after you get out of a relationship so you get in another relationship?
I don't know. I think everybody needs a little bit of time. They need some time to get themselves together, to woo-saw and, get past this mess.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times, to me, if your mind made up and you just done with it, you done with the whole situation, don't live your life how you want to live it. I mean, what? If you know you done,
Right.
if you got some doubt and you sitting, I mean, because some people do go back.
Right.
Some people do go back, and so a lot of people don't go back. And when they leave, and then finally when they make that move out the house, they get all toe up. What the hell you toe up for? All this damn talk you did. Now you asking out the house. Now you all toe up for what reason?
Because
you got to get to a point where you know your worth. You got to get to a point where mentally, your body, your spirit, and your soul has to be at peace. Right. You have to, or you're going to go through a lot of unnecessary stress, and that stress is then going to cause some kind of sickness. That sickness is going to could cause a heart attack, a stroke. It's just different things will start happening to your body behind a person. Why would you give somebody that much power over your soul like that?
Right, I agree.
And a man on top of that, I'd be damn.
They go both ways.
Well, I'll be damn for that one too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's not going to happen. You're not going to have that type of power over me. And I know a lot of women is not that strong enough to say what I'm saying, but you got to get to a point in your life where enough is enough and you are not going to deal with no other craziness. You know my favorite saying, the only freaking BS I need is bags and shoes. Other than that, your ass going to have to roll about it.
And, and that's good. There's got to be, I asked that question about how much time do you, before you, somebody said, what's that old saying? The quicker way to get over somebody is get up on somebody else. Yeah. That's some bull.
Yeah.
That is some straight bull because
I'm not agreeing to that.
Yeah,
I'm not agreeing with that.
Because what you're doing is now you're just taking the baggage that was in that other relationship that could be a trigger. Mm-hmm. It could be anything. The way this person says something or whatever, and then you start reflecting back on that past relationship that you just got up. And now you're bringing that into your new one. You got to give yourself time to heal, right. And just mentally heal, physically heal, emotionally heal, and all that. Mm-hmm. I think we're afraid a lot of times. And that's another thing why people they're afraid to be alone. They are really, truly afraid to be alone.
I'm afraid to be alone. I'm not afraid to eat at the damn table by myself. None of that. None of that.
Is that why you got that one plate at the house now?
One plate.
I'm just,
one cup, one
I'm just,
fork.
I'm just messing with y'all. She got a couple of plates.
So it's okay.
Right.
But a lot of people just, they so wrapped up in that man that they can't see the forest for the trees, so they're not working on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So their whole mind and their peace is all screwed up because they're all over the place because they worrying about what he doing and where he at, and all of this craziness. And these women, I know women, I know men. This is the craziest mess. I was out with somebody, and nobody I was seeing. I was just out, doing some work, and the girlfriend called. Do you know she was FaceTiming, and she FaceTime all the time to make sure he is where he say he's going to be and who he say he's going to be with. And as long as this person was with me,
Right.
chick was okay.
No problem.
No problem. No problem whatsoever. And I said to myself, I wish my husband or my freaking boyfriend, whoever I'm dating, would constantly FaceTime me every freaking day just to see where I'm at. Who in the hell is that? Who? You gotta go. Whoever that is, if you're thinking about it, you gotta go. Chocolate drop.
Don't be calling names.
You gotta go. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and that's more mental duress when situations like that happen. Again, if there has to be some level of trust that is established where one, you're gonna drive yourself crazy trying to figure out every time he or she leave the house who they with,
But
all that kind of
who I say I'm with and where I say I'm going, that's what I'm doing while I'm going. Now, if the house is tore up, don't ask me nothing. When I walk out the house, don't call me. First of all, why would you even call me when we ain't even talking when we in the house? Right. So why in the hell you care where I'm at as soon as I step out the house? We ain't had a conversation in months. So why the hell, unless we're paying a bill, you know what I'm saying? Did you walk the dog? Right. Whatever the case may be. But no, why are you calling? We ain't talking in the house. Don't call me outside the house.
Because see, in the house, he can see you, he can hear you, he can, lay eyes on you. Now outside that house, well, that imagination starts going just wow.
He didn't want me in the house, don't want me outside the house.
Well,
either.
See, that
don't worry about where I'm at, what I'm doing.
It would be utopia if we thought that way. I'm not saying all of us, but most men, when even if they going through a situation with somebody, the minute they go outside, the minute y'all put on another dress that you ain't never wore around here, or some lipstick or something that's a different color, you done twisted your hair different, then boy, all kind of thoughts start going through the head. Then we went from somebody feeding you ice cream and everything. I'm serious.
But why do you care when you're not even having a conversation in the house with me?
It's that is the thing.
That is so weird.
Yeah, I don't think that can be adequately explained, but there's still an attachment there that hadn't been totally severed yet, where they feel like, and sometimes again it goes back to they don't want to see you happy. You all out there, you skinning and grinning with him. You ain't skinning and grinning with me.
Because you ain't skinning and grinning up in this house. You ain't done nothing. We already talked about this. You should not care what I'm doing at this point. I ain't bringing nothing in front of your face. And I may not even be seeing nobody. I may be just hanging out with girlfriends.
Right. But
because that's going to be too much for me to start seeing somebody. And I'm coming home like that because I'm not going to be able to remember whatever.
Right.
I may have said something crazy to Chocolate Drop. And I came home saying the same craziness. Like, wait a minute, that's wrong. Why am I saying this to him?
Wrong ball head brother. But again, it's I wish some of you brothers go ahead and chime in on this. There is some connectivity, and there's a little bit of jealousy that comes into play, even if there is no more physical attachment. Mm-hmm. There's that still mental attachment where some men, not all men, they see again every move, and don't let you come back with some hair that's out of place. Oh Lord, they're speculating. They didn't seen the whole thing like a porn movie
If
or
y'all gonna
something.
do all of that, then try to fix your damn marriage. If you're gonna try to do all of that, because I'm telling you now,
But see, we really don't want to fix it because
what you want to do?
we out here doing our thing, but we just don't we don't want y'all doing
Okay.
y'all thing because see,
All right. Okay.
I guarantee you, most women don't sit around some again with a certain mindset. When their man is out doing something, they're not visualizing what that man is out there doing.
I don't care.
I know, I'm just saying, but if you did
Yeah,
care,
there are some women that do care
right,
because they don't know what the hell is going on for real. But I'm just one that I'm not gonna care if I know I'm done.
right, okay.
I'm not gonna care.
So you're not gonna you won't care if he got his legs all pinned up behind her head or
Couldn't
not.
care less. You ain't coming home doing nothing with me. I don't give a rest ass what you do. I'm just buying my time to get the hell up out of this house. So I'm not gonna care
Okay.
when I'm done. You listen to me carefully. When I'm done,
All right. Again, you're anomaly because
you got to for your peace of mind. If you can't get to a place in your heart, in your body, in your mind, in your soul, in your spirit, where you constantly still want to go through that chaos and you're not done, you need to go get some help. You got to do something.
Yeah.
Because that is nothing but stress. That's going to cause a whole lot of just anxiety and everything else is going to come with that.
yep. And again, there are some women that sit there and they drive themselves into these frenzies. They start overeating. They stop taking care of themselves. They start doing all these things is because they're worried or really, um, well, I guess captivated in what's going on or what they think may be going on. And so, yeah, so dead end situations, man, dead end situations. You got to be strong. And I like what you said before. You got to, you got to know when you're fed up, um, how you're going to exit, have a game plan, and then, um, try to break away as clean as possible. A lot of times we make breakup so messy.
Yep.
It'd be really messy.
Yeah. Not even necessary.
Yeah.
Not even necessary. You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Pretty much.
I've shared this one time before, and I'll share it again. You guys got to be careful when you're with some of these breakups because at Christmas time, you remember I told you about the Christmas box that I received in the mail. that Christmas box had ashes in it, so some relationships you just can't just ease on out of there.
Oh my God!
Some
If
people
I see that, I probably would have just cracked up.
Oh man, I'm telling you, AK, it wasn't funny at the time. Like, open that box up, you think you're getting a gift from this person. You're like, oh, okay, we cool now. And they send you, and then call you and say, did you get the gift? Yeah. You low down so and so, so and so, so and so. Here we go.
Oh, I love it.
And why y'all can't y'all just leave without all the verbal talk?
I would not have done that. I would not have done that.
You would.
It is right, calm.
You look, man. Go ahead. You ain't gotta give me no tongue lashing. I don't need no lecture. You know, I already sent my pictures all burnt up and everything. Cards, everything that I gave you. You burn them up.
And they should send it back to you.
Yeah. Then send it back to me, whole and not like the pictures or whatever.
Right.
Burnt them joints up. Nothing but ashes in there.
What you do, Cruz? Oh my God.
Hey man, I mean, we were in college. I was a freshman, and she was in another, out of state, and so I was just had some friends I was talking to. That's all. That's all I was doing, just talking to some friends.
Oh my God.
And I guess it got back to her because one girl they graduated, I guess, from the same high school, and people was talking. I don't know why they was talking and everything, but yeah, she found out that I was talking. I wasn't even. I put this nicely. I was having conversations with somebody she graduated.
I'm just you just messy.
I wasn't. I mean,
You're messy, man.
I was young.
Young and dumb.
I wasn't dumb. I was just young.
That was some dumb stuff.
What? She was weird. I know what she was doing while she was down there in Atlanta, Georgia.
I guess she assumed that y'all have been trusting each other. I guess that didn't happen, huh?
I didn't,
you
trust
got somewhere with a whole lot of eye candy, so you're like, you see what's going on with the eye candy, all this eye candy in front of me.
We were just having some conversations.
That's all. Just conversation. That's your story. You sticking to it?
I'm sticking to it. But you had to burn my stuff up.
I don't blame them. Tearing it all up.
Don't be burning. Yeah, but anyway, y'all can be a little evil when it comes to like that, putting sugar in people's tanks and all that kind of stuff.
I'm not doing none of that. I'm not gonna do anything to harm. I'm not breaking up nothing. I'm not doing anything.
You ain't never flattened the tire.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing anything.
You never keyed the car.
No.
Wow, you're different.
No, that is not no different. Women don't just. There's a lot of women do not do that. They do not do that.
Man, that's about 75% of y'all that do will key a car.
I don't know. I don't know if 75% is accurate. Actually,
I would.
Well,
I would rate that 75%.
All I can say to these women is to get yourself together, get your mind together, get your spirit together, get your soul together. Know your worth, know what you are worthy of and what you are not worthy of. If you constantly want to stay in a house of chaos, keep your ass there. Let me know how that work out for you. Then if you don't, you gotta have a plan. Have a plan and to move. And even if it's the guy and the guy's like, okay, this marriage is not working. I'm just not gonna leave my wife in any and everything. I gotta make sure she's okay. So men who think that way, what do you think they're doing? Do you think this is like, I'm just not gonna leave my wife in some kind of predicament when I know she's not able to take care of herself?
Some men think that way, right? They have a little bit of what's called humanity, so that's another reason.
Not necessarily that they feel in love with that
woman. Right. They feel some type of, compassion that I'm not, just because we done, I'm not going to just throw you out to the wolves like that. I'm going to let you get yourself together, but what happens is they don't discuss a time frame. There has to be a time frame to, for us to say, okay, at what point can I, basically stop holding your hand now, or you being a crutch for me? And I think that has to be no more than a year. No more than a year on both sides, for people to get themselves together and move on and release each other from that obligation. Here's one we didn't talk about. I want to talk about real quick. People stay together because of family. And I'm not talking about immediate family, because they are, again, for whatever reason, they don't want to let, mom or dad or, other people know that, stuff is in shambles.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I may have to call my mom. I may have to come home for about a month. I was doggone, I'm going to stay there thinking because I'm scared to tell my mom or my dad. No.
Because they don't want to sound like a failure. The mom, the parents' relationship been 50 years going strong, and yours didn't make it past 2.5 years, and everybody's just like, y'all just the ultimate couple and everything. You go to Thanksgiving dinner together, and you at the Christmas party, the Christmas get together, and y'all dressing in the same pajamas and all that, and it's fake. And because you don't want nobody else to know the hell you're going through.
Yeah. I'm not gonna have my business all outside my house either. But if it's over, it's over. It just is what it is.
So you will go to the Thanksgiving dinner without?
What you mean? If we both invited to Thanksgiving dinner?
Yeah.
Well, drive us on damn car, because I'm gonna show up at Thanksgiving dinner. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
You just ain't getting in the car with me.
All right, but that's your parents. Well, suppose it's reversed. Okay, you all are going to his parents' house, and he wants the fact that make you all say, okay, when we go over here, we got to pretend that everything's all right.
I'm not going. I'm most likely not going to go because everything's not okay. Why am I going?
Because you don't want to break his mom's heart. Y'all that close, you know, and you respect her, you love her, you know that if she found out that there was something awry,
All right, well, I may show up for a hot minute, but I'm rolling out and I'm not going with him.
So you still taking your own car?
I'm taking my own car.
Okay. And then you just
ain't no use doing all the damn pretending. I'm not doing none of that. But, the house is tore up, Cruz. The damn house is tore up. I cannot worry about what his mama thinking.
But his mama love you.
I love her too. But your son is a jackass. So I'm just saying. And he may think I'm a jackass, mom. So.
All right then. Well,
I'm not doing none of that.
The jury's in.
I'm not, but there's a whole lot of women that would, and they in the car, not even talking all the way to the daggone family Christmas outing and arguing all the way home. I'm not doing none of that. Not in this lifetime that I have left on this earth. It's not going to happen. I'm not doing none of that. It's not going to happen.
Okay.
Because if you don't want me, I don't want your ass either. Okay. You know the saying what my mom and grandma said, don't let no man tell you twice they don't want your ass. There's no reason why y'all need to tell us twice. But there's the women that's trying to hang it, but there's vindictive women that feel like you owe me.
Yep.
You owe me, and I've been dead on, and I'm not going out of here easy.
Yep.
And if you got that type woman, you should have known what the hell you was getting into, what you married before you married that, because you had blinders on. Do you think that was up front, or do you think that could have happened, in the process of the marriage?
It could be both. If
you had a vindictive spirit, that she was already there.
Yeah.
She showed you at some point who she was. Now, whether you wanted to believe it or not, it's a different story.
And that person could, at whatever point, bitterness can bring about vindictiveness. So at some point, that person may have been sweet in the beginning, and something happened to make that person become very bitter. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily with life, but bitter with your butt, butt, and when they become vindictive. So yeah. So any last words you want to give to the people?
Well, let me just tap on that. That's a lot of energy to be vindictive as a person in a relationship, whether you're married or not. That's a lot of energy that you've given that you could have been doing something else with. I just don't understand why women just don't move on, and what is it that you feel like they owe you so much, that you've been hurt so bad that they owe you so much. What is it? If I'm coming out of a marriage, I just want my fair part of coming out, and I'm gone. That's it.
It's unfortunate, that's when human nature come in, I believe, the fact that we can be tit for tat a lot of times. Again, you owe me. I went through this with you, and I'm not going to make it easy for you to get out of this until I feel that you have paid your debt.
And this is the thing. So you saying the man, the one calling in?
Good evening, caller. How can we help you?
You got me on air.
You called the line, didn't you?
And we are on air.
I had to ask you something. I don't want everybody to hear me.
All right. All right. Give me 5 minutes.
I don't know what I was going to say. That was too funny.
Oh, snap.
That was funny.
If she was watching this, let me
she was watching.
She at work. I'll give her a pass. I won't be petty tonight.
See, that's right there. That's that fraggle right there that I'm talking about. Right there.
If I was at work and she was on the air, I find a way to put my earpiece in and be listening to her. Don't look at me like that.
So have you ever dated, before we roll, have you ever dated a vindictive woman?
Several.
Other than the one that
Hell yeah, several. Yeah.
That was always trying to get back at you.
Yeah. Yep.
So they getting back at you because you was leaving, or you wanted to leave, or you got caught with another chick?
Ooh, you didn't have to ask that one, did you?
I don't know why they being vindictive.
Well, some of I think it was a couple of times. One where I was cheating, and another one where it was that I was just really dogging this particular
Oh
chick,
wow.
So she finally got tired, decided
Wow.
to turn the tables, and
Wow.
yeah, so yeah, that was when I'm telling you, when you mess with a woman, she's fed up and she gets to that point where she gonna turn the table on you, that can be deadly.
I just don't understand the turn the table on. And I don't understand men that's coming after women because they want to roll out, but you don't want them to roll out. I don't get it. Nobody's happy in this. This is not working out. Everybody just need to walk away peacefully. And I just don't know those type guys that would say, you leave me, I'm gonna kill you. I don't know. I've just never been around those type guys.
Hmm.
So I don't know really how that feel. I believe my husband didn't want me to leave. Um, he just didn't. But I wanted the divorce.
Hmm.
He didn't want the divorce. And then I think to a certain point he got angry. He got angry and was like, "Oh well, carry your ass."
Hmm.
Pretty much, go ahead and go if that's what you're gonna do. But and everything was at peace.
Now, some of us, uh, yeah, that's my ringtone for the boss. Uh, Now, some of us, because we are so good at what we do, and then we find some of you all that we know your mind is a little bit shallow, and we do what we do, and we capture your mind and your soul, and then when we start to leave, some of y'all can't take that because you're so enthralled with us, so in love with us, that just the mere fact that we leaving, some of y'all lose it.
And some women do, and I'm trying to understand and grasp that because these women needs to understand he don't want your ass. If he don't want you, let him go because he's gonna do nothing but treat you like crap at this point.
True that.
He don't want you.
Yeah.
What are you trying to hang on to when somebody don't want you? Because you really can't change a mind,
Nope.
change a man's mind. You can't change how that man think. You can try to, put a little light on the situation. And you know what I'm saying? If he ain't turning the light on and it's constantly off, it's gonna stay off. And if
Now,
he's telling you, I don't want your ass, what that mean?
now, truth be told, some of us will stay in that situation just to play with somebody's mind and emotions.
That is, oh my God.
I'm just keeping it 100. If I know there's a weak person and that person is so in love with me that probably they'll drink my dirty bath water, and I know that I can manipulate and
Right,
control them,
right.
then the devil part in me, somebody else. Let me stop using me because somebody might hear
Mhm.
the end of this conversation and think it's me. But there's some men out there will do that just because they can, and it feeds that ego.
I was gonna say it has to be the ego.
Yeah,
It's gotta be the ego.
yep, it feeds the ego because truth be told, there's something in that man that's missing to make him want to control and manipulate somebody else like that. A lot of things are again, started getting into psychological stuff. Either they were controlled, or there was something in their growing up that's a trigger for them, and so then they're imposing their will on somebody because they can. I see a lot of dudes just dog chicks. I mean, dog. Talk to them any kind of way, call them,
Mhm.
a B and
Mhm.
everything, and then turn around and tell her, "Give me some gas money," and that heifer will go right in her, whatever, and get that dude some gas money. That is some of the craziest thing I've ever seen. I know we supposed to go, but
That can't be love. That's got to be like I'm scared.
well,
Because if I
again,
don't give you the gas money, what?
then you're gonna be mad at me. And a lot of them, again, they don't want that person. They so into that dude. They don't want to do anything to disappoint him.
Mm.
That's why, they can know he messing with Shaquita over in the north side
Mhm.
and messing with you on the south side, and still got no harm LaQuisha on the
Mhm.
the west side. Is because again, a lot of times guys they prey on the vulnerable women, and we know we got vulnerable women out here just like we got vulnerable men. Some men are just suckers. Knowing you see her flirting with somebody else, you just sitting there, you just gonna take your little drink. Oh well, she going home with me. Nigga, please. I'm sorry. Come on, dude. That's some sad stuff right
It
there.
is.
I'm sorry y'all for using the N word, but
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? We want to be with somebody that bad that we basically allow people to step on us.
Yeah. And it just goes back to ladies, stop. Just stop. He ain't worth it. He's not worth it when you know he doesn't really want you. He's not, it's not worth it. Let him go. You go and let him go.
But he might be giving her the business,
Give him what?
bringing her back.
You ain't doing shit over here. You ain't doing a damn
No,
thing
no, no.
over
I'm
here.
saying that's probably why she stayed because she getting it so
Ain't that
good.
what- no. You
That
getting
you-
ready to make me say something. No. No. And soon that's over and done with y'all fussing and arguing. What kind of ragamuffin is that?
That's true.
Crazy.
That's some of them. You're right.
Doing that? Because that was just no love just made just a minute ago. There was nothing love about that.
No, that was just straight sex.
Yeah.
Yep. That's all it was. Just raw lust and emotion. And once everybody got theirs, now it's like, can't stand your butt.
What kind of mess is that? For real.
It's messed up. It's
Yeah,
messed
well-
up. So we know we got some messed up people out here. Y'all fix it. Y'all find you some. Listen to AK. She gives some good advice.
All I know is women just stop doing this craziness, stop the vindictive stuff. You know what I'm saying? Stop cutting tires and telling all your friends what the hell going on in your house. That's problem number 1, 2, and 3.
True that.
It's nobody's business what's going on in your house. Just fix you and roll out. Have a plan if you know you want to leave and roll out. If you have another safe haven that you can go to, then go. You want to stay there, go.
AK gonna be doing a class.
I'm not doing no class.
Why
I
not?
just got to a point in my life where enough is enough. I've had enough. And I really haven't had a whole lot of chaos
Mhm.
in my life with guys. And I haven't dated a whole lot of guys in my life either.
That's probably.
I never was this chick that would like to sleep around. I just wouldn't do. I was too scared.
Right.
And I'm still scared to this day. I'll tell you now. I'm not doing none of that. Because
Mhm.
if anybody bring anything up over here that ain't supposed to be up over here, this is gonna be a problem. This is gonna be a whole situation. So I'm always nervous about that. So I've never
Right.
been this chick that just slept around.
Okay.
Or I see something like, I want to tap that. No, I don't.
Okay.
I may say some shit because I'm trash talking when I see a whole lot of chocolate brothers, bald head, tall, chocolate drops red. I'm talking all kind of trash.
Wait.
Don't mean a damn thing I just said.
You got to read that word that Lakeisha just put out there.
Yep, there we go. I ain't reading it. Everybody see it. Thank you, Keisha. Thank you, Keisha.
And some of us get pee whooped. Yeah, that's the other downfall for the men.
You may. That's just telling me you don't know your worth. So if you can get to that point, that's how you feel, and you don't care how he come at you, you don't care how he talks to you, and because you get in that bed at night because you both got to go to sleep at some point, and then everything started happening while you're in the bed, you crazy as hell. You crazy as hell. Because that's not gonna fix nothing. Because then tomorrow you're back to where you started from.
True.
You're back at the same place that you started from. So what did you do other than got yourself broke off? Like you said, you got yourself broke off.
You just got wet.
And then that's what you want to do, and you want to continue to live. I ain't stopping nobody from doing what they want to do in their
Right.
house. But I'm just telling you what ain't gonna happen over in AK house.
Okay. All
I'll
right,
be
then.
a lonely somebody by my damn self over here. And I don't
Yeah,
let me take back the word.
lonely now.
Let me take back the
Awesome.
word lonely because I'm not ever lonely. I've been single for a long
Talk to him for a
time.
minute.
I've been single for a long time, and it's just no. it's just not gonna happen. So, ladies, I'm telling you, just roll the hell up out of there. And guys, if you want to hang in there because you want to be controlling, control your ass somewhere else. Go and control that side piece that you got, and stop trying to control what's going on in your house or in the house where you both live and communicate. Um, so I'm leaving on that note, you guys. It's Tuesday. It's Let's Talk Tuesday. We'll be back next week with Let's Talk Tuesday with more shenanigans. Just know your worth, ladies. That's all I'm trying to say. Just know your worth. And when you actually deep down know what you're worth and know that you're worthy of, and know that you're worthy of better than what you're getting, because there are men out there that can treat you like the queen that you really are. There's some out there. Don't think these brothers are not out there that you got to put up with the crap that you have at home, and you know your house is tore the hell up. You got to deal with that. There's some out there, and I think you brothers actually know that. There's going to be some brothers out there treating your wife or your girlfriend way better than what your ass is getting at home.
That's the problem.
It ain't the problem. That's just what you're not doing.
Let me ask you a
Get your
question
mess
before we go
together.
there. Why y'all gonna be, twisting your neck when y'all
Because we do, and it's okay. Get over it.
see, there we go. That's out of bounds. Out of bounds. Anyway, we're gonna come back.
That's why. Because that damn question that you just asked, which was more than even necessary.
We just inquiring minds want to know.
No, we're not. Because y'all be doing stuff. Why are you raising your voice? Why are you pacing the floor? Why y'all just hit the refrigerator doing stupid crap? Because you all messed up and made it.
Because y'all been plucked out nerves.
Because y'all plugged under.
Y'all probably started the plucking first.
Why is it always us?
Because we can come home. We have been out there with and messing around with Mr. Charlie all day. Mr. Charlie plucked out of hers too. And then we had to come home and listen to the same jibber jabber, but it's from a different source. And so by the time we ain't trying to hear that.
Well, if I don't want you no more, I ain't saying nothing when you come home. I ain't got no words for you, to be perfectly honest.
And that
None.
you're right. And so
How you gonna eat? I really don't care. How your clothes gonna get washed? I really don't care.
Now we got a problem.
We got a problem because I don't want you no more. Understand?
You ain't gotta want
I'm leaving. I'm
just want
leaving
you
this
to-
home. I'm just buying my time. So no,
Well-
I'm not gonna sit in here and play wife when I'm not a wife to you,
I don't
and
want
you're
you to
not
play
a
white.
husband to
I
me.
just want you to continue to.
I'm not
make
gonna
sure-
continue to do a damn thing. Is what I'm trying to tell you. When this is over and we're still in the same house trying to get ourselves together, everything's gonna cut off. I'm not cooking nothing for you. I'm not
Well,
washing your
Well,
clothes.
damn it, don't
You're
ask
not
me
even talking to me. Why am I
don't
gonna
even
wash
ask
clothes?
me to change your tie there.
I'm gonna change
You
your
go out
tie.
there, in the morning, your tie flat.
I can find somebody to change tires.
I wish you would.
That's
I wish I would see
not an
somebody
issue.
else up in that driveway change their tie. See, there we go. This is
Okay.
where it really get
Okay,
real
but
like right
this is
here.
the thing.
See?
This is the thing.
Yeah.
Then
What?
if you saw the tire, you're not going to change it, right? But you don't want me to have somebody else change the tire. Which one would you like to have?
Look, but
Even if you're
you
not
saw
talking to
my
me.
dirty clothes over in the corner, and you just gonna ignore not you gonna
Yeah.
wash your clothes, not wash
Yeah.
mine. Man, you got your rabbit
I
mouth.
don't want you as my husband anymore.
I ain't being your husband. You can just be a good friend. Wash my
I
damn
want
clothes.
to be your friend. I'm not. I don't want to be your friend.
Then leave.
When I'm leaving the marriage, I
No.
don't want, unless we have kids, I don't want to be your friend.
Well, good. Get the hell out. Get the stepping. I'll be like Martin now. Get the stepping.
So you mad because I'm not gonna do nothing for you in the house when we're not even communicating, we're not even talking, we're walking past each other like we're roommates. So I'm gonna treat your ass just that like that, a roommate.
Well, then if that's the case, then I'm still paying the lights. I can turn the lights off then. If you can't wash my clothes out of common courtesy, why the
You're
hell should I
wrong.
give you lights?
You're wrong because I'm not saying I'm not paying no bills in the house.
I said
So the same
I'm
bills that I'm
paying-
paying that we're paying together in that joint account, it's gonna continue to pay out that joint account while we're in this house.
But you ain't paying the light bill.
So you gonna be petty and turn the lights off. Now that's some petty crap.
If you ain't washing my damn clothes, ain't
No, I'm
nobody's
not
clothes gonna
washing
get,
your clothes.
ain't nobody's clothes gonna get
Well,
washed.
who washes their roommate's clothes? Who?
A good neighbor, like a good neighbor. Stay, girl, don't start that. See, that's that pettiness that y'all do.
It's not petty.
You know?
I'm not talking to you. Leave me alone. I'm not being petty with you. I'm not even saying
And that's what
nothing
I'm saying.
to you.
Get your ditty bag and get out.
Why? I'm not ready to go yet, but I'm gonna go because I have a plan.
No, you gonna go sooner than your
No,
plan.
it's not. Because your clothes not washed. Wash your own damn clothes.
You just told me go out and change your tire.
I didn't actually. I know I did. I did not say go out and change
You
my
just
tire.
said if I saw your tire flat in the donut and I didn't change it, that's because you're not talking to me. So why the hell should
No,
I
I
change
did
it?
not say that. Somebody rewind the tape. No, I did not.
What did you say?
My thing is, I'll get somebody else to change the tire.
And I said,
That's
not
what
in
I
this
said.
driveway.
Then I may have said, I don't know if I did or not, but to answer that now is that if you saw my tire out, if you want to be the man that you say you are, then change the tire. If you don't want to touch my tire, hun, don't touch my tire.
I'm being a friend.
I want you to be my damn friend. You're not my friend.
See,
Okay.
and that's the problem why you can't stay in the house, because if you can't be civil and at least wash your brother's drawers.
You can't, don't flip the script there. I already said in the beginning of this, we're not even talking in this house. We're walking around like we're roommates because I want out. You don't want me. I don't want you. So my thing is, if you just want to be the man and change the tire, I'm not going to stop you. But what I'm saying is, was first time you look at me and say, the tire flat and I ain't changing it, you ain't got to change it, boo, because I can get the tire changed. Please understand that.
It's going to be a big issue.
It's not going to be a big issue.
As you just said,
But
it's going to be a
mouth shut,
situation.
then. Keep your mouth shut.
Look,
Keep your mouth shut. I'm just
like I
saying.
said, it's got to be some compromise. You just ain't gonna walk around up in here like, and I got clothes, you got a tie. Why don't we work together? That's
I
what's wrong.
don't want to work for you. I don't want you
Well,
anymore. I don't want nothing to do with
Again.
you. So don't touch my damn tire. What about that?
don't
That's
touch
probably
my
something I'm
clothes,
saying. I'm not
and-
touching your
and
clothes.
make sure that you leave the key tomorrow morning.
Okay. This is my house just as much as it's your house. But I'm going to leave because I know you may have put a lot more in this home. So I'm going to leave. And I've already said this to you. I have my plan. But just because you now pissed off because I didn't wash the clothes and cook some dinner, your ass might as well go somewhere to sit down because I am not going nowhere until I get my mess together.
What's
And
that?
trust me,
What
I'm
Chris
trying to
about?
get. And trust me, I'm trying to get out of here sooner than you think.
Well, tell that so and so that's come to change your child and find a place for you. How about that one now?
See, she said, see, a whole argument in the house. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Creature, because I told him to leave me alone. If I'm telling you to leave me alone, we're already walking around the house not talking or speaking. Why has he said anything to me? I don't care if you don't come, if you can't, don't even come in the house and tell me my tire's flat. I'll see the shit when I get to the door. When I get ready to go out, I'll see it.
Okay, so we're gonna be like that. Okay, I got it.
No, I don't think you understand.
No, we can do that. I ain't gotta say nothing to you, little
You gotta understand something. We're already in the house day after day, not talking at all. And all of a sudden, we got a tire issue. You want to have a conversation? Well, I don't want a conversation with you.
I was just trying to help you look calm or tell, but if you
Okay, you want to help me fix the tire, shut your mouth, you ain't got to say nothing.
I can say the same thing. You want to help me wash my clothes? Shut
I'm
your
not
mouth.
washing your clothes.
Well, damn it, ain't
Because
nothing.
I
happening.
don't want to wash your clothes.
Okay, then I don't
And
want.
didn't
I
ask
don't
you
want to
fix my
change the tie then. And move the little ragged car in my way. I need to get out and go to work.
Go around it.
Anyway, see, this is.
Like Richard said, a whole argument on it. And I just want you to know you started it.
Oh, here we go. Now I started it.
Oh, you started this argument.
How did I start the argument?
Yes, you started the argument.
I just asked you a simple question. Why y'all be popping y'all head? And then from then on, it went.
Because we do. And we can. Get over it.
No, see, that's what y'all think. You
We
just do what the
do,
hell you
and
want to
we
do.
can and get over it. There's no harm being done whatsoever by our head moving and our hands moving. It's no harm being done. You're not feeling threatened whatsoever. So what are you talking about?
I don't know what you're gonna do with your hands.
I'm not even that close to you because once again, I don't like you. So I'm not that close to even talking to you.
Well,
And I really don't even know why you even talking to me.
get your little toothbrush and leave.
I'm not taking my toothbrush and going nowhere. You leave.
I'm not going
You got a
nowhere.
problem with me not washing your clothes? Bye.
I brought the wash machine. They ain't going nowhere.
Take your shit over to your side piece house. What about that? Let her wash your clothes.
And she will.
What? Okay, so what's the problem? I ain't got a problem with your side piece washing your clothes.
It's because I just got to bring hell with me.
I'm just saying. Let her wash it.
I
And whatever else she want to do for you. Bye.
Look, I just tell you what. Better not see anything look like other than some ugly person change your tire. Because if you look good, we got a problem.
You're sick. That's that sick stuff right there. You know something? Something wrong with you. Something wrong with you guys who think that way. You know that, right?
I just said, you know, and a lot of things like I
Yeah,
love.
you're right.
You're right. They
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
and that's the way. Again, we're playing, but
We ain't playing. I'm not playing with you. This shit going on over in my house. This is how this shit gonna go down.
No, I was saying
What we playing about?
We
Oh, ain't no we playing.
I know you're not.
Jerry got to deal with you.
Because you be gone.
Have you put Cherry out yet? I don't think so.
She don't give me no issues.
Cherry don't give you no issues.
She better not.
That Jersey girl don't give you no issues. I'm not saying she give you issues. Let me take that back. But
Does she
Cherry,
pluck my nerves sometimes?
all right. And she probably gonna pluck your nerve. You probably just take stuff she say the wrong way and run with it.
Why I have to take it the wrong way? How come she can't say it the wrong way?
Sometimes in relationships, especially when you marry, you pick your battle because you don't always have to say something. You don't always have to say anything.
Look,
Pick your battles.
let me tell you like Donald Trump will tell y'all. We the baddest thing around, and we will whoop y'all butt. Okay?
What?
This is
Excuse
the
me?
United States. I'm like the United States. Don't mess with me.
Don't let Trump get your ass in trouble. Okay? don't let the man get your ass in trouble. I'm just saying, don't do it in your house. Don't do it in your house.
Oh shoot.
Oh my God!
Man,
don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Okay, I won't do it. Some of y'all just not coming in. Y'all have missed a whole conversation. So you go, y'all go back out to AK's page, or you can go to our YouTube page, which is Cruise Inc. Radio 102.8 TV, and you can catch all of the seriousness that we've had, the shenanigans that we had, and see AK not do what she's supposed to be doing in her household with her man. That again, she's not gonna wash his clothes. She's not gonna talk to him. She's not gonna do this. Not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. And so
I said what I'm not gonna do. But we ain't done nothing in the last year together.
That therein lies the problem.
Straight, because you ain't ended this conversation like this. So Creesh, right? We about to have another whole argument.
Whoops! Look at the time. Look at the time.
Hell, you ain't leaving this conversation like this. We're talking about two people in the house that do not want to be together. Okay.
You're right. Don't say anything to each other. Y'all just don't mind your own business. But don't be in there talking that fool on the your room next to his, and you in there kikiing and ha and all that kind of stuff. At
I
12
could be
o'clock at
talking
night.
to my girlfriend. It doesn't mean I'm talking to a guy.
Y'all look, there's a whole different level of conversation when you talking to a dude and you talk to your girl.
If I'm talking to a dude, you ain't gonna hear nothing. You're not gonna hear nothing.
When we hear that little,
unless you got your damn ear to the daggone door, you're not gonna hear anything.
But your room, the wall next to you,
your ass gonna be downstairs somewhere. You ain't been upstairs. No reason for you to be upstairs.
We don't have no room downstairs.
Yes, you do. We gonna find one.
Here we go, y'all.
What the hell I want you upstairs for?
Look at that. Go home. You gotta go home, crew. Hey, I run my.
No, he don't.
Let me say this one straight away.
You can't even say it.
All right.
You can't even. Go ahead. What you got to say? End it. End it with what you want?
End it with what?
I'm sorry.
I didn't hear you.
No, you heard me. You run what?
I run the vacuum. Let me go, y'all. So I have a place to go tonight.
Oh my
Anyway,
God.
it's been fun, man. But again, treat each other right. And if you come to a situation that you know is a dead end, like I said, make a plan, get out of there, so everybody can be, happy and on their own and move on with life. Because again, life too short. Be going through all these stressful situations. They really are.
And stop coming with all these excuses to stay.
Yeah.
And I don't understand. And just so that we clear, everybody can't move all at one time because financially It just may not be the right thing to do at that time. But
Right.
you have to know for your peace of mind, you gotta go.
Absolutely.
Or
Absolutely.
go to counseling, like you said, do something.
Do
if
something.
he's willing to go.
But if it's over,
It's over.
And this show tonight
It's over.
is over.
It's over.
Y'all have a great night. We love you all. Be safe out there, and we will see you all next year. Oh man, we had a ton of I missed my bad, Miss
Let's bring
Tisha.
a few of them.
Okay, it said I love to live drama free. Let me see. Okay, let me show some of these here. Some of the comments that we got. I love to live drama free.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's see.
Absolutely.
What was the one about always the kids? Yeah, sometimes people be right. They always talking about the kids and everything. Then was that it? Yeah, that's pretty much. And then about the comment about you going to the streets.
I don't know about the streets.
You don't know
I
about
don't know
the
about the
streets.
streets.
All right, everybody. We've had a great conversation. Come back in next week. We're going to have some additional conversation. If you like for us to subject matter that you like for us to talk about, then make sure that you hit us up, inbox us. We'd love to hear your thoughts and talk about some of the things that that we find that's on your mind, rather. So, have a great night, and we are up out of.
The first thing that you need to do is to make sure you get yourself to as safe place as you can. Find yourself a competent attorney who practices in personal injury and will understand some of the things that you're going through. And as I tell people, for 33 years I've been doing this. I've had my own accident. So I would like to be one of those individuals that they would interview so I can at least try to find out how I can best help them myself.